All right, if you're a finance leader at a law firm, you know that cash collection is a constant challenge. But what if I told you the real problem isn't just chasing late payments? What if the issue starts way, way earlier? We're going to take a look at the entire client to cash journey because a few key shifts can turn your whole approach from a cost center into a powerful financial engine.
And this really gets to the heart of the problem, summed up perfectly by finance transformation thought leader Tanbir. So many firms are stuck looking at little pieces of the puzzle, but that fragmented approach, well, it's like trying to fill a bucket that's full of holes. It's just not efficient and it's absolutely detrimental to your cash flow. So, this all boils down to one crucial question for your firm. Is your credit function just a reactive cost center? The team that just chases money after it's already late? Or is it a proactive strategic asset that actually protects your revenue and helps drive the firm's financial performance? So here's how we're going to break it down. First, we'll uncover the hidden drains on your cash. Then, we'll talk about building proactive foundations to stop those leaks before they start. We'll look at the client-to-cash engine, design a smart collections cadence, figure out how to handle disputes, and finally, show you how data gives you a massive advantage. First up, the hidden cash flow drain. We're talking about why that fragmented view costs you a whole lot more than just money. Next, we're going to get proactive. This section is all about winning the collections battle before it even starts. Okay, so the absolute foundation for all of this is a solid credit policy. Think of it as your firm's financial playbook. It's got to clearly spell out 4 key things: your credit standards, your credit terms, your credit limits, and of course, your collection procedures. And this really highlights the strategic tightrope you have to walk with credit standards. You can be really restrictive, which minimizes your risk of bad debt, but, it might also slow down your growth. Or you can be more liberal to grab market share, but that, of course, increases your exposure. Your firm has to make a conscious choice about where it wants to be on that spectrum. Now, here's a tactic that sounds so simple, but it is incredibly powerful: the welcome call. Seriously, this isn't just about being polite. It's a strategic move for your finance team to actually verify who to send a bill to, clarify the payment terms, and prevent all those little data errors that cause so many headaches and delays later on. All right, let's move on to the operational heart of it all, the client-to-cash engine. This is about making sure your billing and payments process is smooth and, super importantly, compliant. Now, this is absolutely critical for any law firm finance team to get their head around. A statute bill isn't just any old invoice. It is a very specific legal document under the Solicitors Act. Getting this right is what gives your firm the legal power to actually enforce payment if you have to. It's the starting gun, legally speaking. And of course, underpinning everything are the SRA accounts rules. For the finance team, these aren't suggestions, they are non-negotiable. Keeping client money separate, only moving funds for your costs after you've sent a proper bill, and giving back any leftover cash promptly, these are the guardrails that keep both the clients and your firm safe. So what happens when a bill does go overdue? That brings us to our next section, a structured collections cadence. You need an escalating, intelligent strategy for recovery. So, a really smart collections cadence follows this kind of escalating timeline. For the first 30 days, it's all about gentle automated reminders, just making it easy for them to pay. Then from day 31 to 90, we shift gears. It's time to engage with direct phone calls to find out what's going on. And after 90 days, the tone changes again. It becomes formal, leading to a letter before action that makes it very clear you're serious. Moving on to navigating disputes, because let's be honest, sometimes an unpaid bill is a symptom of a much deeper issue. This, right here, from the legal ombudsman, it's the golden rule. A client should never be surprised by their bill. It just hammers home why talking about costs throughout the entire engagement is so critical. It's not just good customer service, it's your #1 defense against disputes. Surprise is the absolute enemy of getting paid on time. And look, if a dispute does blow up, it is vital for you and your finance team to know the formal LEO process. The client has to come to you first. You get 8 weeks to sort it out. Only then can they go to the ombudsman. Understanding this process is absolutely crucial for managing both the financial risk and the reputational risk to your firm. And hey, don't forget, you've got tools in your toolbox here. For your B2B clients, the law is actually on your side. You have a statutory right to claim interest, and you can also add this fixed compensation on top. It's another piece of leverage you can use in your collections process.
And finally, let's talk about the data-driven advantage. This is where we tie it all together and transform that collections function from a simple cost center into a genuine strategic asset for the firm.
Okay, first up, the big one, DSO, or Days Sales Outstanding. In plain English, how long does it take you to get paid after you've sent a bill? This is a direct measure of your cash flow velocity. A high DSO, that's cash that should be in your bank, not sitting in your client's. Driving this number down directly fuels your firm's operations.
Next up is CEI, the Collection Effectiveness Index. This one's great because it cuts right to the chase. Of all the money that was due in a certain period, what percentage did your team actually collect? It gives you a really clear, powerful score on how effective your people and your processes are. A low CEI is a huge red flag. And finally, the bad debt ratio. This is the percentage of your revenue that you ultimately just have to write off. This is the ultimate health check. It doesn't just measure your collections team, it reflects the quality of every decision you made along the way, right back to the type of clients you decided to take on in the first place.
So what's the big takeaway here? The real magic happens when you stop seeing these as separate steps and you integrate everything into a single, holistic, data-driven system. When you do that, you create a powerful strategic asset, a system that protects revenue, enhances your reputation, and truly drives the financial performance of your firm. So I'll leave you with this to think about. When you look at your own firm, are you really engineering a system for financial success from start to finish, or are you spending all your time reacting, just plugging leaks in the dam?